Big news from Donald Trump. Looks like Iran, well, maybe something's happening. Let's put it that way. We got the latest on the Iran situation for you. Markets are, of course, reacting to it very aggressively already. We got the latest for you on Ethereum. We got the latest in the semiconductor trade, the memory trade, ServiceNow, and much more. We got a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and get the heck straight into it. Guys, big one for you today. So, El Donaldo. Trump says the U.S. reached a great settlement with Iran. Conveniently, the day before the SpaceX IPO. Coincidences. Need a nice, good, strong market for that, don't you? Hormuz letter says it's completely false. Iran confirming U.S.-Iran deal. Nobody knows what's going on, of course. The fog of everything, really. I say fog of war, but fog of everything. CNBC rolled out the receipts on Trump's claims. The network just aired a video compilation dating back to March 23rd of Trump repeatedly saying a deal with Iran is very close. So far, Trump has made this claim 39 times, while Iran has not accepted a deal even one time. 40th time the charm? Perhaps? The crazy thing is the market keeps reacting to it because one day it's going to be true. One day they will actually come out and say, yes, a deal has been finalized and it's all over and the Strait of Hormuz is back to normal operations and blah, 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 blah. Is today that day? Is this weekend that weekend? Will a deal actually happen? We're going to find out. We're going to find out very soon, but markets are definitely anticipating this as a possible reality. This time, for the 40th time, let's see. Psychedelic posted this, said the more I look into this, the more it becomes clear. The similarities between 2019 and 2020 are impossible to ignore. Not only does the Bitcoin structure look the same, so does U.S. liquidity, the business cycle, and all the wider market charts. ETH, BTC, Bitcoin dominance, total 2, total 3, others and others dominance. All of them show the same market position as 2019, 2020. When you compare that closely, so does the Bitcoin chart. This is the 2019, 2020 Bitcoin chart. Man, if it plays out like that, oh boy, long your longs, guys. He said this entire setup is so much more like a mid-cycle correction than a full-end bear market. I mean, look, we are definitely in a bear market. The question is crypto volatility. It's hard to put on sort of equity labels, but we're definitely in a bear market. Whether or not this is the standard 4-year cycle, we're going to bottom at 40K in October, which is generally what everybody thinks. So perhaps we just will it into existence. That's a very real possibility. Or whether or not the Clarity Act passes and then copper-gold ratio starts being important, as Cantonese Cat pointed out here. Copper-gold, copper is ripping, gold's chilling, going down slightly. Copper-gold ratio exploding like this, it tends to be the turning point that sends risk assets even crazier. This would set off a 18 to 24-month move, as Tom Lee's calling for currently. Whether or not he's going to be right, we'll find out. But that's setting off that move that sends equities even higher than they already are. Though we know straight up lines will have big corrections along the way as always. And finally might turn around the ship here for the crypto trade, which has been a terrible trade for a while. Nakamoto is selling their Bitcoin. Another Bitcoin treasury company slowly capitulating their bags. The company has sold 600 BTC. Yeah, we've seen this happening with a few other treasury companies. Now, look, I know Sailor sold 32 Bitcoin. It was a tax thing, so the SEC gets off his back, I think. But when it comes to some of these other companies, Mara Holdings, they sold 10,000 Bitcoin or something like that in order to, I guess, invest in their AI data center plays. So that's sensible. That's not crazy. It's not them capitulating on Bitcoin. That's them using the capital to buy something else. It's fine. I get it. Then you have Forward Technologies, which is a Solana treasury company. They've capitulated hard, real hard. So here the thing is, a lot of these companies back mid last year took on shit tons of debt to buy Bitcoin. They bought high and now they're having to sell low because their debt's coming due and they have bills to pay. Hopefully don't see too much more of this happening because it's not great for the downward side on the price pressure. Also, sentiment absolutely in the freaking bottom of the gutter. This guy here says you fell for this grifter and his Ponzi scheme. Talking about Michael Saylor. This guy is a sociopath and I can't wait till all sycophants wake up. He's now saying, I said to you to never sell your Bitcoin. I never said the company wouldn't sell Bitcoin. It's actually the second time MicroStrategy has sold Bitcoin. He said investing in MSTR is an IQ test. The amount of absolute shit posting on Michael Saylor always tends to happen when prices are low. Oh, when the price is up, Michael Saylor's a fucking genius. And the price is down, he's a con man and a grifter and a sociopath. And MSTR is a Ponzi scheme. It's the same every time, guys. Meanwhile, this guy here, top 10 organs to sell to buy the dip. I know this is fake, but still, it's hilarious. That's hilarious. You got so many organs, but there's only so many Bitcoin, huh? No, don't do anything. It's crazy talk, man. Anyway, Bitcoin started to look kind of interesting here. So we've exited out of the oversold RSI regime. We've taken back the control line on the RSI. The MACD on the daily, as you can see down here, let's just flip this one up so you can get a better view on it. MACD on the daily is close to, but has not yet confirmed a daily bullish crossover. Another day or two of price action like this, and we probably get it. That would send at least a signal for a momentum shift in the short term that could see a rally on the daily that could take us back up to, 70K or something like that. Meanwhile, price has been consolidating within this triangle here. The measured target of the triangle breakout is around $68,000, $68,500, something like that. So that's the breakout to the upside. So if the daily candle confirms above this top orange line, that's a potential long signal. I'm already long on BTC, actually. I'm impatient. I'll probably get punished for that. I always get punished for my impatience when trading. Anyway, current longs open. Bitcoin long opened up here. Small unrealized profit. I closed my near short manually for a small stop with the way the rest of the market's been acting. I thought, probably not, even though it's probably shortable based on its double top breakdown. I could easily see getting stopped out of that. So I just closed that one manually out. AMD short got stopped out because, of course, all stocks absolutely ripped on the news yesterday from Donald Trump. Solana long in here as well. Entry price at $64.80. Current price $66.80. So we're up $2 on that per Solana. So let's see how that goes. I've not moved the stops on either of these to break even yet. Let's see how we play it out. Guys, if you want to join me trading over on BitUnix, there's a link down below. You can get signed up. We'd love to see you there. When you sign up to BitUnix, of course, you can trade stocks, you can trade crypto, you can trade metals. We have some people in the community, they've been shorting gold over on BitUnix recently. They've been shorting stocks over on BitUnix. You can long, of course, crypto, long stocks. They got it covered for whatever we want to trade on USDT rails. So you deposit your crypto money and you can trade all these different markets. Fantastic. And to be able to anyone, anywhere, that's you. That's you. You're anyone, you're anywhere. You can trade on BitUnix. And when you trade over there, of course, and use the link down below to sign up, make your first deposit, make your first trade, you're going to be in to win our daily $1,000 giveaway, which we're giving away $1,000 here in just a second. Also, when you sign up to the Inner Circle, you're going to get an $80 a month rebate on your Inner Circle membership. So if you're not in the Inner Circle yet, this is our private investor community. This is where we share stuff like Micron Tech before it had its 400% rally. It's gone up 40% since we shared a report. That's crazy. Here I am in Bitcoin. Anyway, we caught the Bitcoin short. We caught the Zcash short. Members printed big money on these trades. Our in-house team is sharing not just long positions, short positions too. We have institutional grade research on tech stocks, crypto, and more. We'd love to see you in there. You'll get an $80 a month rebate when you sign up to BitUnix as well. 7-day free trial for the Inner Circle link down below. So let's give away some more money here, guys. Refresh the page. Give away $1,000. Let's go. Oh, I love giving away money. It's great. Smells like victory. Anyway, let's give away $1,000 here. Who's today's winner going to be? Here we go. $1,000 going off to bry@gmail.com. Congratulations on your $1,000, dude. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Make a good trade. Make some more money with it. If you want to be in to win on Monday's giveaway, link down below. Go sign up. Okay, Matt Hugan says, impressive from Canton. For years, banks talked about creating private blockchain consortiums. Canton has effectively created a public blockchain consortium by getting most of Wall Street on the digital asset balance sheet. Impressive strategy, technology, and execution. That's in response to A16Z Crypto leads $355 million raise for Canton developer digital asset. Very cool. Canton, we actually shared a report on this back in the day. It's up over 100%. Since we shared a report, just going to say Inner Circle members printed on that one too. Anyway, besides the point. Canton, very interesting. They have such a strong daily buyback model and they have partnerships, and it's a pretty crazy one, actually. Not really a lot of people talk about it because it's kind of like, a suit coin. I know everybody wants to go off and invest in Fed coin, aka Zcash, but they don't want to invest in suit coin here with some of the biggest names in the world backing it and using it anyway. It's interesting. I don't have a position in Canton, but I could definitely see getting one. Gosh darn it. Leon Wademan, nobody wants to leave Ethereum. Staking rate all-time high. Staking exit queue at 0. Price at cycle lows. Hard to find a cleaner signal than this. ETH is the most hated asset. I did something crazy today. For the first time in a long time. Oh, God, I can't believe I say this. I bought Ethereum. I know. Vitalik's cucked me so many times. This time different? No, really. You start looking at everything that's coming for ETH with the privacy tech and the current on-chain stats for the network and everything. ETH is the most hated asset right now. And look, I'm not going to go all in on ETH. That'd be crazy talk, all right? But perhaps there's a case to be made here for Ethereum. Yeah, okay, 4-year cycle, blah, blah, blah. We're all going to go down in October. Everything's going to go down further in price. Well, you know what? I'm adding some to my position here. ETH, by the way, Solana, very much the same thing. Everything's sort of consolidating in these triangles. Now, ETH has already broken out of the triangle. So let's see if it maintains a daily close under $1,600. Not only fails the triangle breakout, but also fails the support line here. So that would be sort of the bad news bears scenario for ETH. Just so you know, daily MACD bull cross pending. Very, very similar chart here for Solana. Really not much difference between the main 3 coins. Solana also in the triangle. If it breaks out beyond 67.50, potential long signal there coming in as well. Subscribe to the channel. That's awesome. It's free. It's free to subscribe. Just in case you didn't realize it's free to subscribe. It's free to subscribe. And you can subscribe to the channel right now. I see most of you guys who watch the videos are not subscribed. So you might as well subscribe. It's free. It's awesome. We'll get these videos in your feed in the future. Okay, continuing. The NASDAQ. Oh, y'all. It's such a busy chart here. Anyway, the NASDAQ right now, pre-market's showing it opening at 718. So not really much over yesterday. Everybody's, again, started to doubt whether the Trump deal with Iran is actually real or if this is more just blustering before the SpaceX IPO to make sure all his VC buddies get the best exit possible to dump their shit on retail. Let's see, by the way, I'm not buying the SpaceX IPO today for anybody wondering. I'm not buying the SpaceX IPO. I'm not. I struggle to see the insane upside here at a $2 trillion valuation. Now, maybe there's a pump. I could definitely, there's so much demand for it. I could easily see there being a pump. But then the problem is then over the next few months, all this liquidity gets unlocked from early investors and they just dump and dump and dump and dump and dump. Most IPO stocks go down 50 to 70% in their first year. It doesn't mean that it closes the year red, by the way, but there will be a big sell-off period where buyers will then step in. I'd step in at 50% off the IPO price, and I'd buy lower too. Trade Whisperer, monthly semiconductor sales. April just hit $110 billion in a single month. Annualized, that's $1.3 trillion. The $1 trillion milestone was penciled in for 2030. AI doesn't give an F about some retards' positions. War and oil, it's waiting for nothing. Nothing. Now, you can just go buy NVIDIA. Okay, buy NVIDIA. NVIDIA to the moon. NVIDIA's a $5 trillion market cap, man. The upside, I mean, to get 100% return on it, oh gosh, it's got to go up another $5 trillion market cap. So me being the degenerate gambler that I am betting on smaller cap semiconductor plays. Qualcomm's position I've had for a while. It's currently bouncing off the 50-day EMA here. MACD showing more downside could be in play here, but it had an insane rally, of course. Has performed very well. As you guys know, I sold my AMD position for some fantastic profits. Qualcomm has not had that kind of run yet. Perhaps this is going to be a catch-up play on the semiconductor trade. Marvel Tech, of course, this is Jensen Huang's most recent stock shill. Everybody's, of course, now chasing after this one. I have entered into a small position on this. I would like to see it pull back a little more before I deploy more cash into it. But I've got it, let's say, an entry-level position. And then, if it starts to perhaps head into blue sky territory, maybe I'll, throw a bit more cash into it. But ideally, I'd like to have a nicer pullback on this to add into a position here. Keep you updated. ServiceNow and IBM expand collaboration to unlock enterprise data for AI at scale. Let's go. ServiceNow IBM collaboration. Pre-market's only showing $104, so market not really reacting to that news, which is fine. Very strong downtrend here for ServiceNow. Very strong rejection off of the, look at that downtrend, gosh darn it. Very strong rejection off the 200-day EMA. Now struggling to even hold on to the 50-day EMA. Hasn't got oversold on the daily yet. We'll see how it goes. I feel like this is an interesting software play because of its agentic AI focus. So A lot of big names are paying attention to this. I've got a bag. Let's see how it goes. Micron Tech. So crazy, man. Micron Tech, I cannot believe it is trading at an 8.3x forward PE ratio. You have to understand, okay? This is insane. Intel's trading at nearly 70. Marvel's at 41, which is not fantastic. As crazy as it is, because it's at $1,000 per stock right now. And it's got $1 trillion market cap based on the forward PE ratio. Micron's still a buy. That's nuts, man. That's nuts. And look, Marvel forward PE ratio of 40. It's got a quarter of the market cap of Micron Tech. So it means if the price goes up more, the forward PE keeps getting worse. But Micron Tech, the sales have been so insane. So insane that the forward PE ratio keeps looking wildly reasonable, even at $1 trillion market cap. Of course, we shared our report with Inner Circle members, which you're not signed up to yet for some reason. Link down below. Go sign up. 7-day free trial. We shared our report on Micron Tech right back here at $222. Well, guess what? It hit over $1,000 the other day, up 400% since we shared our report. That's crazy, man. Stocks, the new Bitcoin. No, Bitcoin's still Bitcoin. We love Bitcoin, guys, but damn, it's hard to ignore these kind of crazy gains, and it still only has an 8x PE forward ratio. That's crazy. Oh, boy. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye.